And it distracts you. That's all it does. It distracts you from being still long enough to let the fact that love that is yours to receive is an unconditional gift which you have always been receiving. Well, how can I have any self-respect if all of this love that the Father or my mate is giving to me how can I have self-respect if I haven't done anything to get it? Well, certainly it couldn't be because you have integrity that you didn't create. Certainly it couldn't be that. Therefore, if I'm getting it, it must mean I'm a really sad case. So miserably sad that God took pity on me. No. The gift is given to you because of what you really are, which is the direct expression of God, the Son of God. And there is no other birthright that you have available to you than the natural expression of God, that God is as Father. So, I want you to stop fussing about this. I want you to start giving love back. Not as someone who's helpless, who's damn lucky to have someone who is so selfless that she'll be with you and take care of you. But let the love in, because you deserve it, not only from her, but from everyone else. And then put that awareness of what's true about her on your shoulders and start giving the love as well. By just appreciating her without putting that edge of frustration and universe arm twisting to it, by saying, I accept it, but she shouldn't have to do it. And I accept it, but I shouldn't be in a position where I have to accept it, because I should, on my own, be self-sufficient. You see, don't put that kind of edge to it. Say, thank you. I love you. I don't know how to love you the way you're loving me. But I'm going to start letting the experience of loving begin with my appreciating you without fussing about the circumstances. You see? So you live with a Mother Teresa, huh?
I do.
That everyone might come to a realization that that love is not a means of control, that love expressed as caring is where it's at, just because everyone deserves that kind of care. Not so that that person will be healed, not so that that person will change, not so that that person will arrive at a point where no more love has to be given. But because that one deserves it, and because it's your nature to be caring, to be love. Someone might say, well, what good did all of the loving that Mother Teresa did? What good did it do? They all died anyway. She wasn't trying to resurrect them or heal them. You might say, well, I'm living with a Mother Teresa, and she's doing all this loving. She's truly giving, giving, giving. Am I just going to die? Well, you know what? If you're going to die, I hope that before you do it, you let the love in and feel. Feel loved without fussing about it. Without saying, I ought to be able to be different. Things ought to be able to be different before I let myself feel loved. At the least, let that be what happens. That's not the ultimate, but it's a beginning. And you're open to, and you desire to have an experience of more than just feeling all that it means to be loved. You also do want to be healed. There is more vision with you than with many of the people that Mother Teresa worked with in Calcutta. They didn't have the vision. She didn't require them to have the vision. Don't require yourself to have more vision than you have before you will feel the love you're embraced with. And for you, let that just be the first step. You see? And the second step can be more expressive of the vision you have, that in the context of not only being loved, but of being worthy of being loved without having to change first, that in that context you can let in the rest of your healing. You see? And I want you to listen to this answer on the tape
I did so much in there. It's just wonderful. I don't want to anymore. I want to. I want to learn all that you just told me.
You are much loved.
I know, but I'm such a bother too.
You are a pain in the ass sometimes. But a lovable pain in the ass. There is nothing you can do. There is no level or degree of terribleness you can arrive at where you will arrive at a point of being unworthy of love. So, I'll be very frank with you. You are difficult at times. But so what? Don't make a big deal out of it yourself. Because those who have the capacity to love aren't making a big deal out of it. And making a big deal out of it is just another one of those side trips. I like the twinkle in your eye.
I feel a hell of a lot better than I did when I started this today.
Sometimes a good, quick, swift kick in the butt will do it. It will lift your spirits. We will take a break. Okay. Hands.
Hello, Raj.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for this beautiful place and for being here for us. I'm recovering from a second bout with cancer and doing quite well. However, I would love some advice, input.
Let's not use the word bout because it suggests that maybe there will be a call for a rematch.
Oh, okay. I'm recovering from cancer. Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you. And I was wondering what else I could do to help clear myself, to heal.
I know this will sound like I'm pushing newsletters, but I would encourage you to read the current issue of the newsletter. It will more than adequately answer your question. You are welcome. Just ask Judy for it at the next break. You will find you have not been shortchanged by not having me answer your question right now.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Hands. The gentleman right here.
Thank you. This is a question I hope you can clear up for me. Suddenly we're inundated by books from all over. Various spirits, angels, guides, apostles, God, all writing books. It just, in the last 2.5 years, I think I read 9 different ones. Even Mary got into it. But, I kind of broke my teeth on Alice Bailey, and then Urantia, and followed Casey, but all of a sudden it seems to be coming from every angle. What I'd like to know is some of it true? Is all of it true? Is some of this people's egos that is talking? Or maybe are these some of these false teachers that was prophesied in the Bible? How much... I know you started off with the word trust and trust in ourselves and all that, and I do, but I'd also like to be a guide myself. Can you answer that, please?
The time you live in is a time of breakthrough. It is a time of shifting perceptions. It is a time of enlightenment. It is a time when curiosity about what is truth is not being met with arguments against the conscious experience of truth, at least not as much resistance as used to be brought into play. And so you find people, for lack of better words, exploring new territory. You are bound to find from those who are sharing their experiences inconsistencies. You are bound to find elements that seem radical and unbelievable. But I will tell you that what is really important about it is that individuals are daring to trust enough to let go into a new experience. And whether they are doing it awkwardly or smoothly, whether there is a lot of ego and a little bit of truth that manages to be expressed, or a lot of truth and just a little bit of ego, what is really of significance is that awkward or smoothly, the exploration is occurring. And enlightenment is breaking through. And so it is not my task to evaluate or tell you what is true and what is not. It is my task to alert you to the signs of the times, the nature of the times you are in, so that you will not participate in judgmental behavior that would cause those who are daring to explore to perhaps back off, shut up, and silence their curiosity. Be appreciative. It is not easy to explore unfamiliar territory. It takes a certain amount of courage. It is a courage I encourage you and everyone else to begin to employ. And I will tell you that if it is not so as important to you whether someone else's hearing is accurate you will not be so quick to judge your own hearing as you begin to explore. And in that little bit of self-respect, in that little bit of self-appreciation of yourself, no matter what degree of ignorance or ego activity might be prevalent at the present time, you will allow more easily for the exploration to occur. And you will allow skill at discerning the truth to develop by virtue of the experience. If you are looking for a teacher, if you are looking for a book that will give you an ultimate truth that you can rely upon 100%, it means that you are looking for something that will relieve you of responsibility for discerning truth yourself. And that is not wise. That means then that your awakening will be the result of your own exploration of unknown territory. Therefore, whatever books you read, value what supports your exploration process. And what doesn't, let it be there without judging it, but acknowledge that it doesn't support your daring to listen more deeply into the unknown than you ever have before. And thank God that so many people are daring to break boundaries and share the fact, whether their experience is an awkward and undependable one, or whether it is smooth and richly full of that which helps promote your courage. You see? Okay.
Very nice.
You're welcome. Hands. Right here in the blue.
Hello, Raj.
Good afternoon.
I don't know how to put this question either, but it's one I really, I have a need to ask. I've taken myself so far out of peace that I'm having difficulty experiencing it, except a few moments here or a few moments there. I've gotten into fear.
You know what? It's like the water out here on a windy day when the water is choppy. You say, I've taken myself so far out of my peace. It's as though your natural habitat is 100 feet below the surface, where it is a lilting, gentle movement. And you have gotten out of it by putting forth effort to come up to the surface, where it is hard to be because you can't float there. You have to work to stay there where it is choppy. If you'll just stop trying so hard, you'll sink. It's effortless and natural for you to be in your peace. It's effortful and unnatural for you to maintain an experience of fear. there's nothing you can do except to value your peace more than to value the effort and the strain and perhaps even a certain ego exhilaration at keeping your engines revved. It's harder to stay in the lack of peace than to get into your peace. But in order to get into your peace, you have to stop being intense. Intensity and fear is always brought into play through the use of imagination. So watch your imagination. I mean, watch for your employment of it. And when you say, what if this and what if that, and well, if she does this or if I do that, if, when you see that happening, stop it. Tell that voice to shut up. Inside your head, say, shut up. With your mouth, speak out. Say, shut up. And turn your attention elsewhere. Turn your attention inside to quiet, no thoughts. Hum a tune. Even more, hum it in your mind. Because you can hum with your vocal cords and still think. But when you're humming it in your mind, it's almost impossible to think. It's almost impossible to imagine. And don't sing a song like, God, what a sorry life I have. You just have to stop doing this, that's all. And you're not caught in it. And it's not essential for you to be out of your peace. You see, the problem has been that you have thought that peace was at the surface and where you had to swim to and then tread water to stay with. You envisioned your peace as a hard thing to get to. But if you'll just breathe in, hold your breath, so to speak, and stop treading water, you will find yourself sinking. Stop the imagining. If it takes you 45 minutes to experience a level of peace that you can appreciate, then take 45 minutes to do it. The next time it'll take less, and the next time less, and the next time less. But it's got to be more important than revving your engines through the use of your imagination. Now, I don't want you to start using your imagination in a positive way either. You've got to stop the thinking. Because your peace will never be the result of thinking well. It's what's there when you're in the silence. And then the point is that once you're experiencing your peace, then embrace your world without abandoning the peace, so that you can behave appropriately from your peace, rather than from the jangled state of mind that you create with your imagination. It's a much easier way to be in the world.